Nourish type 1 cleavage. This is the reaction of carbonyl compounds, means of aldehyde and ketone. What is required for this reaction? There must be an alpha hydrogen, and in this reaction there is always alpha cleavage. What is alpha hydrogen? The hydrogen present at alpha carbon. This is a carbonyl carbon, and next to this is a alpha carbon. So there are three hydrogen. These three hydrogens are alpha hydrogen, and this is alpha bond. This is alpha bond. So what is there? In Nourish type 1 reaction, there is always alpha cleavage. This bond is broken. Again, another point is this reaction is depend on the temperature. So this is temperature dependent reaction. We get different products at different temperature. Now we'll discuss, if you perform this reaction at high temperature, means around 100 degrees Celsius, then what happens? So we have to select ketone, which is having alpha hydrogen. It will undergo excitation after absorbing light of certain wavelength. So this is the excited state. In excited state, we have to select alpha cleavage, alpha bond. This is alpha bond or this is alpha bond. You can select either of these. So there is a homolysis. This half arrow, hook arrow indicating one electron is going to this and one electron is going to this carbonyl carbon. So we get here two species, two free radicals. This is R and this is having a free radical over carbonyl carbon. Now next what happened? You are going to target another alpha bond. Again doing the same thing, doing homolysis. One electron from this bond is going to this carbonyl carbon and one is going to this R, whatever group is there. And if we do that, we get here this neutral molecule, carbon monoxide, and this free radical. Now in this reaction mixture, there are two free radicals. These two free radicals combine, means one electron of this and one electron of this will form this sigma bond, and we get this molecule, this neutral molecule. So we can, this was a general platform of this reaction. Now we can consider one example by taking this simple ketone acetone. Now if this acetone or this simple ketone is a symmetrical ketone, because both methyl group, both alkyl groups are methyl, similar. So you can select any one of this group for the homolysis. But if these two groups are not identical, that means if ketone is unsymmetrical, then you have to consider only, or you can consider that group which is a bulkier group, because that will produce a stable free radicals. So stability of free radical you must consider before cleavage. So that is a predominant product. So in this case there is a both methyl groups are identical. You can select either this one or this one for the cleavage. Now consider first alpha cleavage, and just like this, two methyl free radical and acetyl free radicals are formed. After that you target this acetyl free radical and target another alpha cleavage. So doing the same thing, you have to remove carbon monoxide every time, and this whatever group is attached, that free radical is formed. Again these two free radicals combine to form this sigma bond, and we get here ethane. So this neutral molecule is formed. So very simple reaction if you perform this reaction at high temperature. So actually I forgot to mention one thing. Usually these ketones are actually absorbing light from 230 to 330 nanometer, and then this reaction is actually going on, and there is always N to pi star transition, which is low energy transition. Again, if you perform this reaction at high temperature, what will happen? So for comparison, I am taking the same molecule acetone here, and up to excited state, N to pi star transition, excited state, the procedure is same. Again you are targeting alpha cleavage, because alpha cleavage is important here in this reaction. Remove this and we get two free radicals. Again you consider if this is not symmetrical, then you can you consider is more stable free radical formation in this step. Accordingly, you have to select the alpha bond for the cleavage. Now, once these two free radicals are formed, now this is somehow different than the previous case. Now you take acetyl or this moiety where the carbonyl group is present. So here again one reaction, this is abstraction of proton, again taking fresh molecule here, and this time abstracting alpha hydrogen, one alpha hydrogen I have written separately here, and this acetyl free radical actually taking away one hydrogen with one electron, and one electron from this bond will go on this carbon. So we get here another free radical and aldehyde. So aldehyde is a product. Again, whatever free radical is formed here, doing the same kind of reaction. This time you can take that one. Abstraction of proton from the fresh molecule. Abstraction of proton means taking away one proton with one electron from this bond, and one electron is going on this carbon. So you are getting now this another free radical. So in next step, two free radicals combine. Simply you have to form a bond between two free radicals, and we get here this this neutral product. And one more thing, this is somehow stable, so you take this free radical here and again join to form this diketone. So in this reaction condition, that means at room temperature, you are getting 4 different products for this simple ketone. If ketone is complicated, I mean mixed type of ketone, then you will get different products. So probably that may not be useful. So here you are getting aldehyde, one methane and 2 diketones. So mixture of product is formed in Norris type 1 cleavage if you perform that reaction at room temperature, and this product is formed somehow less complicated if you perform that reaction at high temperature. Thank you so much.